Hi friends, this is Caitlin. I'm so happy to be back here with you with Pink and Main. Tonight we are going to be making some really fun shaker tags slash they could also be ornaments. I was inspired by a guest design team member, Tammy. So on the listing of these Christmas Elves stamps, one of her pictures is on there and she made the cutest little like ornament tags. I'm not sure exactly what they are because they could be both, but she made them with the snow globe die. And I looked all over and I can't find my snow globe die. So I'm going to keep looking, but I decided that we could do something similar, but make it our own with the shaker tag. And then we're going to just also do one that's with the circle dies and circle frames. So yeah, I think it's going to be really fun, really cute. I love these guys and we've only played with them, I think, the one time. And then we have all of this beautiful craft Christmas paper to use up. So that is the plan for tonight. Two little shaker tags slash ornaments with our Christmas elves. Let's see, I saw Angela was checking in early. It looked like Anna is here as well. I see Miss Susan. She said, I'm glad to be out of the kitchen for the night. I see Miss Jody's checking in. Kelly's here. Brennan's here. Brennan, how was your concert last night? It looked I only saw your story from before it started, but I'm assuming it was good. I see Miss Connie is here, and Lisa and Virginia are here. Lisa says she's going to catch us back in the replay. You guys know the replays are always available for you to go back and check out. I see Melissa's checking in, watching on the big screen. Let's see. Sharon's here hanging out with us tonight. Miss Karen is here. Queenie. That little dog gets me every time, man. I see Kathy's checking in too, and Gail is here. Another Kathy is here. Brennan says Stevie Nicks was amazing. And then I'm caught up. So there we go. You could stop and that would be great. The dog is snarfling over there. All right. I guess I want to, what do I want to do? I'm going to just put one elf, I think, per tag stamp. So I guess we should pick out which ones we're going to use. They're going to go on top. So I do think this one could be cool because he's so long. And then I didn't actually grab the circles to figure out what size. So let me grab those. All right, we're going to be using the layered circles for the base, and we're going to make our shaker frame with the stitched frame dies, circle dies. So let's figure out what size circle. Like that's the one that's trying to jump out at me is definitely too big. What are you? What do you look like? That looks pretty cute. Do we have a frame? We sure do that lines up for that one. All right, well, there you go. Now we have our circle picked out. That was easy. Hey, Joanne, welcome. Happy Tuesday. All right, let's get our frame. Those over there. And we're going to be filling our shakers with confetti sequins. But I do love the shaker tag set because you can also cut shaker pieces on your own to put inside your shaker bits. So love that. Let's see. What kind of papers are we going to use? the inspiration card, like one, she didn't use pattern paper, but I thought it would be like extra cute. And I just really love this paper. So I think I want the green with the green stripes with red dots. Their little reindeer could be super cute. I want something smaller in general. I don't want like a big print that you're not going to be able to see. The peppermints are also very cute, but I'm thinking the reindeer. Where'd they go? I'm thinking reindeer for the other one. And then I'm going to just do white for the frames, I think. And that should still give it like a very clean kind of look, I think. Oh yeah, Melissa said, put a reminder on the phone. That's right. This week I will be live tonight, obviously, and then tomorrow, Wednesday, the 26th, at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, because Thursday is American Thanksgiving. All right, so like I said, I'm going to cut the frames out of white and just the base pieces out of, well, I'm going to want the back to look pretty. So we'll do one from pattern paper and we'll do a second one also from white. Pebble would also be cute to do for the backs of these, right? Because it has that like craft, this whole thing is like a craft theme. All right, so those, it's like pouring rain outside. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain. And it's like raining a lot. Usually I'm on top of the weather, but I must have been slacking. This week's been a little crazy. I fell behind a little bit on my regular day job duties. This fall was not a great fall for my mental health. And so now future me is paying the consequences of trying to frantically catch up. All right, let me cut these out. I'm over here on the side of my desk where my Civics Big Shot lives. These are going to have to go in. Oh no, they don't have to go in one at a time. If I turn them sideways, work smarter, not harder. Okay. So there is our tag and our circle. Kathy's visiting her sister in South Dakota. That's fun. Hi, Lori. Yeah, what are the plans for this week? What are we getting up to? Are people staying home? Are we all traveling? What are we doing? Where are we in the world as a collective Pink and Maine we? I know Libby's in Costa Rica. She was posting a video of a sloth that she saw climbing up a tree in Costa Rica earlier on her stories. So I can't wait to see what kind of story she comes back with. This is like just a little too long to go nicely through my plates. And adding the back to this is also going to help it be extra, extra sturdy. Which again will help it be stable enough to be an ornament, if that's what you're going for. Okay, you're extra. You're there. Let's see. Oh, I tucked them all in here, didn't I? Susan said, we don't travel, we just eat. That's about how it goes over here too. Mom's probably on the phone or something, but I always grew up either having Thanksgiving at my dad's or just home, because my mom refused to travel for the holidays. Going over the Delaware Memorial Bridge on to get into Jersey on Thanksgiving week is hell. So we opted out of that. We did not need to participate in that. All right, so this is going to be our frame for our rectangle tag. And then what size circle do we need? I'm just going to kind of hold this up because I don't need to cut the whole thing. I just want to make sure that wherever I cut is going to be big enough. So that looks pretty good. Let's see if I can slide that out of there. Brennan, I want to hope that you're joking. Do you actually go to like the local record store? Because that's probably the only acceptable answer I can think of. I worked in retail through many a Black Friday, and so I refuse to go shopping in person on Black Friday. Just out of solidarity, I can't bring myself to do it. All right, there's our circle frames. And you can see we got a bunch of extra frames out of that we can save for the future. Okay, and then this one is fun because it gives us the stitched frame, but it also gives us the stitched inner rectangle that we can save for later. So love that. You can go lay back down. Go lay down. Oh, good. All right. Well, if the store is organized and not chaotic, and you're going to support a local record store, that seems pretty commendable, I suppose. Okay, so that's going to be our circle. Like I said, now we have all of these extra ones, which these are only partial, but could still be cute on a card, like lined up on the side. But for sure, all of those circles are usable. And our rectangle, should start stashing those to the side. I'm also going to be live on Friday. Go lay down. On Friday this week on Craft Roulette. And sometimes, you know, the parameters will be like something from your desk. So it's nice to have backup things on your desk. This isn't my first rodeo going against Mr. Wheel. So I also had a live today for Bloom doing a plan with me for December. So it's just a live filled week over here. I really have to figure out when I can do some extra bonus lives on my channel too. All right, so I'm attaching the white back to, right, Virginia, exactly. And it's so funny. Brennan and I both keep these little paper clips at our desks too, because paperclip is always one of the random parameters. So it just lives there so that I never have, for years now it's lived there, so that I don't have to think about it. I just know that should that be a thing that comes up for me. I don't even know if it's on the list right now, but either way, I'm prepared. Okay. I put the backs on with liquid glue for both. And that way we could kind of zhuzh them around as needed. I guess we could probably go ahead and just make our whole shaker now, right? And then we'll just add them. I'm going to be using some leftover packaging. Not this one. Where's the short one? I need that one. There we go. I put it over here. Leftover packaging that I saved from this last release. And you can use the solid version if you want to cut out your acetate, which I might do for the circle. Yeah, I should probably do that for the circle, huh? Now I have to figure out which circle it was again. Look at that. That's the universe confirming that I'm making the right decision. When the first one you pull out of the stack is the right one. All right. I only need one layer and there's two on here. So I just kind of pull and up the side and it usually will split right on that seam. So now I can do my circle and my tag will fit on the other piece. So we can pull both of those out and then I still have enough for at least two more shakery things. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Thank you guys. It'll be interesting to see what happens and also what kind of blend of products I can put together. All right, I'm going to, you guys have seen me do this before. I'm going to put my acetate and my dies inside. I'm going to sandwich them inside a piece of printer paper, copy paper. And that's going to help me to be sure that my acetate doesn't get scratched up by my cutting plates. Because they're not as bad as they used to be, but they're still not great. All right, I'm just going to attach those with some washi so they don't slide around too crazy. We're going to fold this in half and send this whole thing through. And that is going to cut our acetate to fit perfectly inside our shakers. Okay. Just getting out of work. Again, that's too long of a day. I don't know what time you start, but I also left work late today, but not that late. And I still have so much to do tomorrow. Trying to get everything done and scheduled on all of the platforms so I don't have to think about it or worry about it on Thursday or Friday. Social media is a very fun job, but social media is never off. There's never an off time. Okay, I think that I would like to attach my acetate with some of the very thin easy tear tape that I have. So I'm going to add this to the back of my frame. And that's just because sometimes my liquid glue does not want to hold my acetate well right away. I have to kind of let it sit and like brew for a little bit, and we don't have time for that right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the little top rounded part off of that, so I don't, it's just one more section I don't have to be concerned about. Yeah, normally I am like working way ahead on all of my posting responsibilities, but I fell behind in the fall and I just have not been able to catch back up. So hopefully after this I can get everything in gear for Christmas and then not do this again. Okay, so I'm just lining that up as close as I can. If it's not perfect, that's okay. I can come in with my scissors and just trim any little extra pieces off. The most important part is that it will still be sealed correctly. I do have like a little bubble there though. There we go. Fixed. Okay. So that's one little window pane done. Now for this one, I'm still going to use that paper, or sorry, the easy tear tape, because I think I can just twist it around. If you kind of just work in sections, you can also take some of the paper off, like with foam, but I feel like the chances then of it getting like gunked up and less sticky are higher. So we're just gonna make a couple little pleats in our tape, and that will be just fine. I listen to other people make cards and color live in the car too. I just don't look at the phone. I just like to listen. So I understand. I agree with Brennan to be careful, but I do also understand. I have done that many a time. And I know Sherry puts us on in the background while she's driving sometimes too. Okay, there is our second little window. Now the tricky part, tricky is the foam. So you guys know that I like cutting foam tape about as much as I like, I don't even know, making Christmas in July. So I found another way to do this that has been helping to keep me sane, because you know I love shakers. So this is a piece, this is all I have left, but I have some pre-done. This is a piece or a sheet of the Pink and Main foam sheets. I added them to the list, the supplies list. So this is one of the foam sheets, and you can see that I have them cut into little strips. Oh look, I do, no, see those are squares. Those aren't gonna work. So all I do is with my big chompy one, my guillotine, trimmer, I just pop it in there and give it a little chomp. And that lets me have some really nice thin foam strips, and I don't have to use my scissors and freak out and cry. Isn't that perfect? So 10 out of 10 recommend investing in some foam sheets. If you are a shaker person and you like to use foam versus like the flat shaker, packets, pouches, pockets, covers. I think we call them covers. I gotta do my nails tomorrow too, or Thursday. I can't be going, you guys will let me get away with a little bit, but I can't be going on craft roulette with some old nails. What should I do? Should I go like full Thanksgiving? For Black Friday, should we go like spooky Christmas? Should I do regular Christmas? I need a vote. See how easy this is going? I don't know why it took me so long. I also know that people make, companies make these little strips. But it's nice too if you want some versatility, right? Because you could leave it whole and use them as a full sheet. Or you could cut them into really wide strips, cut them into even smaller strips. You can see some of these are really thin. I forget what I needed that for, but I had something that was super, super thin. I cut it way too close to the edge, and that worked wonderfully. I have to get some more. I think I just had like one random sheet that Michelle sent me like years ago. And so now I'm going to have to stock up and grab a pack. Oh my goodness, let go. Okay. I grabbed diamond, but I think I'm going to do mostly the Christmas red confetti sequins. Technically, you should put your sequins into your shaker thing first and then take off your paper backing so that this doesn't happen. But obviously, I live life on the edge. Let's see. I think a little diamond could be cute. I didn't really want white. I didn't want it to be peppermint if we weren't going for like actual peppermint print. And I had a feeling that's not where this was going to end up. But I do like that the diamond lets you see the pattern through still, with adding that really nice shake and shine. Oh, you know what? We need a little extra pieces of foam tape up here. At the top of our tag. Brennan, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Melissa's saying Christmas. Virginia's saying Thanksgiving, then Christmas. I don't know, Virginia. It seems like they might be winning out. I miss when I used to be able to do the gels because I got pretty decent at some like nail art, but now I just can't do those the same. All right, so I'm gonna leave my shaker well here down, and I'm going to do my best to line up my tag piece. Oh, here, you know what? I have a glass mat. I should probably use it, huh? I'm just gonna put it on that L. And if it's not perfect, you know what? It's a handmade tag. Hey, Mama. Yes, Kathy said she ordered the red and green confetti sequins, and they're very true, bold colors, and 100% agree. They're great. So there is our tag, shaker tag number 1. All right, now, like I was saying before, the trick with yeah, I think I need a second piece that's that thin. The trick with using foam tape around the circle is to take off both sides of the paper backing. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Melissa has Christmas toes already. Oh yeah, Virginia. I'm excited to see what you guys get in there. And those advent calendars. Did everybody get theirs? I feel like I'm pretty sure we talked about that they had shipped. I do know they are now fully sold out. I saw that on the website. There's also some really cool Black Friday Pink and Main sales happening. So make sure that you check out Pink and Main's Instagram and Facebook page, and also the website. But it's a really good time to stock up. See how easy it was to curve that foam with both sides of the backing paper off? And I'm just trying to hold it more from the sides, right? Like kind of pinching it. And that way my fingers aren't really sticking to it. Oh my goodness, I was so close. What about that? I had that one little piece left over from the tag. Let's see if we can get that guy in there. There we go. Perfect. And yeah, I think we do the same. I didn't pull out the green, the Christmas green, because it's not the same kind of green as the pattern paper that we're working with. It's more of like a true green, and these are more of like a YG, like yellow green. Let me check. Let me see. Hold on a second. All right, so Libby did post the general kind of sale that's going to happen. So it says for Black Friday, the more you spend, the more freebies will add to your cart. So you have a total of 11 possible free with purchase items, which altogether would value over $100. And so that is from the 28th through the 2nd. So definitely keep an eye out on Pink and Main's Instagram, because as she says on there, watch for more info this week. So the full list of everything and like the dollar requirements and that kind of stuff is going to be coming soon. For the circle one, we're just going to go for it. Hey, Donna. Melissa said, I'm ready for Black Friday sales right now. I was silly and I should have put my string back behind here. We might be able to, it looks like I can kind of pry that up. And so that'll be fine. We'll be able to wedge some string under there. All right, we have our 2 shaker tag / ornament bases ready to go, full of all their shakery bits. We did our little reindeer for anyone popping in now, and then this really fun stripe. And now we're gonna stamp and color up our elves, our little Christmas elves. Okay, I think we're good. Brennan's still busy sewing away. I have this leftover piece of ice rink that has seen better days. It's what's left from all of our tag making. And please also, if you have a chance, go check out this listing, the website listing for the Christmas elves, and look at Tammy's, her little snow globe shaker ornaments. They're so good. I'm really kicking myself that I couldn't find the, he's kind of cute sitting down. I like this one that's kicking his leg up. I couldn't find my snow globe dies. So I'm very sorry about that. I will try really hard to find them. They're so good and they're so inexpensive that if I can't find them, I'll just order them when I order the foam sheets. Ooh, that was so good. This guy just needs a little bit, there we go, on his pants. And you know what? We might be able to do the sentiments on the back. I know they're popped up with foam, but I think we might be able to make that work. Oh, have your elf a Merry Little Christmas? Obviously. I guess it should go this way since we're gonna put our elf on landscape, huh? You could also add a sentiment to the front, but I really like having a little something exciting on the back for a tag. And that way when you add, you're like to and from. Or you could put the year if it's an ornament. Cool. That was nice. I'm just going to do it in black. I don't want to have to worry about matching everything. Oh, goodness. Trying to get some good pressure because it's all popped up. That's pretty good. Okay. I like that one. Let's see for our circle. let's see. Virginia said, I just looked at her creations. I save pictures in my Color My Life when I add pictures. Yeah, they're so good, right? So good. And I don't like to copy, like duplicate what someone else has done. But I do think that it's important to like talk about that taking inspiration from other people is so normal and should be a good thing. Like there's so few, if anything, ideas out there right now that are like truly brand new, unique. So like as long as we're shouting people out, let's just have fun. All right, I'm gonna put my circle down here so you guys can see the color inspiration. Let's see, let's start with some skin. What do you look like? That's good, but I need a little more contrast. We have a 4.3. They might look a little orangey. Yeah, that's pretty good. So 4.3 on the inside of the ear, kind of towards the head, where his head would be, creating a shadow down around the hair, the outside of the face. And I'm gonna add just a little rainbow shape right over that little nose. And the hands. I almost did his feet, but that doesn't really make sense. They have booties on. Little shoes. I guess if you wanted to, you could make them barefoot though. Okay. Then we're gonna switch to 4.1. Hey, Helene. No worries. Set a timer now for tomorrow. That we'll be back at 8:30 tomorrow though, because that one's gonna be double tricky. Just pulling that color in from the outer edges and kind of connecting. So I'm kind of leaving like a U shape around, like on the bottom part, like a big, weird, creepy smile almost. Because I'm kind of connecting the bridge of that nose up into the forehead. So then like right around the eyes and under the nose is our highlight. So cute. They definitely need rosy cheeks. Yeah, that's better. Hey, Irma. All right, R0.2. Oh, you know what? That's That's pretty good. We'll layer it up a little bit. I want them to look like they're flushed, not like they have blush on. So that's fine. That'll work. No worries. Nobody worry about being late. Everything's good. Everything's fine. I love you all for being here at all at any point in the replay and coming in at the end, coming here early to say you'll watch it later. I love it all. I literally wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you. All right, we're gonna play around with some YG families. For this one, I'm gonna pick this side just because he's kind of facing, like his leg is facing that way. So I'm gonna say that his right side is in the shadow. Okay, and he can have a little green shirt. So his sleeve there would have some shadow, the side of his shirt, the underside of that sleeve. You know what, he can have a little matching set pants. That was YG 8.7. Then I'm going to come in with 8.5 and start pulling that color out. Now that back arm really wouldn't have like a true highlight, so I kind of just filled it in because that arm is kind of tucked right back behind. But for everywhere else, I'm still going to leave room for that highlight. And I think what I want, there is an 8.3. I don't know, let's see. But see, I kind of like that brighter green. To me, it ties in closer to the pattern paper, where the 8.3 is very gray. So we're going to jump families a little bit from the 8s to the 2s. And to make sure that we have a nice transition there, I'm just going to overlap that color a little bit more than I normally would. And you can see how we get that really nice blend across there. There we go. See how good that looks with our little green. Seriously, Helene, I feel so lucky that this is like what I get to do. Like hang out with everybody. All right. For this one, I think I'm going to do the reverse. Okay, so our little pom-pom is going to have some green. The hat band is going to have some green. The edges of this little frill, his collar, and his little pants can all have some green. Just kind of pulling that color from the edges. The bottom of his pants doesn't have a lot of room, so we'll just fill that in. And the reason that these work well, I believe, is the same reason it would be with other marker brands. Jumping families, but sticking where the same, the second number is the same, right? 8.5 to 2.5 is going to be a lot easier than like a 8.5 to a 2.3 or a 2.1. Right? Having that second digit in common, even though the first digit is different, is going to help them to transition, to make a smooth blend. Okay, so that's all of our green. Let's go with like a very true Christmassy red. So we need some dark to have some light. So I'm going to come in with a little bit of that R1.7. I'm not going to put it on the little heart on his shirt. I want that to be just the brighter red. And we'll do all of his accessories, and then we'll do the bigger one down. Here we go. I didn't think that far. We need, what's the other red we use? Our 0.5. Yeah, that'll work. Not like an insane difference, but different enough. All right, and then the same thing. This guy is facing to the right, right? His leg is up. He's going to the right. He's walking that way. So I'm going to put my shadows on the left side for him. There we go. I agree. The Olo reds are beautiful. They are. For any of these places where there's just not a ton of room, I'm just going to make it easier on myself and just worry about a 2 color blend. Totally fine. Lourdes. Yep, I got to remember that. I feel like I wrote it down, but then I don't remember what I did with the paper I wrote it down on, which pretty much sums me up as a human right now. Okay, there's our reds all done. They just need some hair and some shoes. Shoes can be super simple. A little OR 4.8 on the heels and OR 4.7 on the rest of the shoe. What color do I want for their hair? Yeah, that'll work. A little OR 3.7. And this guy has like, I don't know how to say it besides like a loopy hair. So I'm just going to follow those loops. And then this one has more like long shaped. They're not like actually long, but like that skinnier tube kind of hair. So we'll kind of follow that direction. We're just kind of letting the shape dictate where our shadows are going. There they are. They're so cute. Let's see. I want to make sure his little buttons are still white. All right, and they kind of have a vintagey look, so I don't think I'm gonna add any like highlight marks or anything. Also, you could totally give them a bunch of accessories, right? There's all of these other little toys and presents. You could have them have like a whole scene. I'm just gonna pop them on to my tags. Oh gosh, where are my dies? What did I do? Oh my goodness. Why did I not combine them? Oh, that would be cute though too, Mom, to have them as trim. All right, where's my tall guy at? You look pretty tall. And then, are you waving? There we go. And we know that the white outline around them is going to match the white frame on our shaker tags, which is perfect. I love when the white backgrounds match, when my cardstocks all match. Let's cut those out with those coordinating dies. There they are. Oh yeah, Carradine. I had that. I had like a headache for 3 days in a row. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I had a headache nonstop. Like no gaps. Went to sleep with it. Woke up with it. The worst. Waking up with a headache is its own kind of torture. Okay. Let's combine these now so I don't forget down the road. Oh, Helene said she had to get a magnetic metal bowl. I have one of these things from, and you can see she's dusty. She's seen better days. From Twiddler's Nook, Amanda. She's amazing. And it's magnetic and it'll hold your dies too. And that my little hot hands thing, it just like sticks on there because it's metal. So if I'm doing something with like lots of little dies, sometimes I'll pull that out. It just sits on top of my marker tower. There we go. All right, now I feel better. We need string, twine. We need some twine. It's my favorite game to play. If I was twine, where would I be? Okay, we do have this, but it's not, again, it's not the right green. So I'm going to use red and brown. And this one is going to be super easy. Should I put him in the middle? I don't know. I kind of like him like on the frame a little bit. Let's get our, ugh, yeah, that's the worst. Like sleeping or taking a nap should get rid of a headache every single time. It should be the law of headaches. Okay. So a little foot and a hat up there. And now this one, I'm going to try to make sure that my sentiment is like is straight. Even though I'm probably going to put him at a little bit of an angle, but it's so cute because he's like exactly long enough to touch like both edges. So cute. Okay. And then for this one, my end of my pokey tool thing I always use, the other end, it's like a clay sculpting tool. So I'm just gonna put, oh, see, that did bend it a little bit. All right, I shouldn't have pushed my luck. For this one, we'll just do the red and that'll be fine. I just want to make a little loop like that. I don't know where these big scissors came from. They weren't mine before today. I think I'm gonna just like squeeze some liquid glue in there and tuck these in and hope for the best. Yeah, there we go. And then give that a good old squish down. See, caffeine was not fixing my issues. I even tried caffeine the other day. All right, so there is one little shaker guy. It's like a little bit of an angle, but I think it's still really cute. Have your elf a merry little Christmas. There we go. Could still be a tag, could be an ornament. And then this one, obviously, easy peasy. We're gonna take one each of our twine. I love a long tag tail, so we're gonna fold it over so that in half, or I guess double it back on itself. We're gonna take the rounded ends and put them through the tag loops. Then you open up those rounded ends and just pull your twine through. Or you could do just a single loop. You could tie a knot in it and let it be a little ornament that way. But those are two super fun shaker tags / ornaments, and a little to mom from Kate, you know, on the back, and you have your tag ready to go. But who wouldn't love to get that as a tag or as like a little bonus ornament present in their package for Christmas? So I think they're so cute. Shout out to Tammy again for the lovely inspiration and for reminding me that I have to go find my snow globe dies. I'm not positive what we're doing tomorrow. I'm sure you're shocked to hear that. So if anyone has any requests from anything literally that has come out this entire year that you would like to see used, or a theme, if you guys want to see Thanksgiving, if you want more Christmas, if you want a birthday card, if you have any requests, leave them in the comments and I will come back and check this later tonight or tomorrow. Let's see. Wonder if you could have used the new tab dies with the hole punched in it for the topper on the circle one. I haven't got mine yet. Oh, Michelle, let me look. Where would I have those? These things, right? No, not those ones. The other ones. Hold on. That's too good of a question to not try to solve for you. The problem is I did not put everything away where it was supposed to go. I just stuck stuff places, which again, I'm sure you're scandalized and shocked to hear. Okay. Let's see. As a topper on the circle one, I'm gonna say yes. For sure. For sure. This is a great idea. 10 out of 10, Michelle. You could totally take one of these tabs and add it, right? And then you just fold it over and have it, and you could put the hole through there. Or even the smaller one, like a little ornament, literally like an ornament. Michelle, absolutely. You win. I love that. Patty, I'm not sure if you're expecting something that hasn't shipped. I would suggest emailing info@pinkandmain.com and Michelle will be able to help you. I'm not there at the warehouse or at the store, so I'm not sure. Christian said you sandwich it between the shaker topper and the back panel. So smart. I love that. I love that idea a lot. All right, for real this time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will be back here with you guys tomorrow. Let me know what those requests are and I'll see what I can do. But yeah, have a great night. Until tomorrow. Happy crafting, guys.